Eppelei. Hello, 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 hello. I hope this works. I forgot to put something on my hands. My hands are so messed up. I hope you guys can hear and see. Ah, poop. I'm on top chat. Hold on. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Again. Hi CD, hi Art and Wonder Studio, hi Paulo, hi 23, hi Sassy Britches. Hello, hello, hello. Here and see, yay! Oh, you figured it out, Sassy Britches. You're back to, well, Sassy Britches. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Everything's a go. Awesome. Art and Wonder is curious. I should okay, okay. So you would prefer if we go by curious, right? Dilemma of being too hot, but then when I remove my sweater, I get cold. I'll wait a little bit, but I have like 2 possible subjects for today. Yeah, I had to stick it on this grinder and then one. Oh yeah. I mean, that works with the underscore, that's fine. My dog decided to, Dad, you've had enough. How did he manage to do that? Hi, Paolo. So my idea is to either to figure out what to put in these or to draw something. Oh, So I set up a poll. I'm a very industrious person when it comes to internet. That's fortunate. Hey, Sally! Hello! I don't know yet, Curious. I have these from when I did the review. This one has the colors of the set in it with for extra. This one is yeah, extras that I had. So that's the two setups for now. Though I don't really have more half pans, so it would have to be 6 colors per set because all I have is full pans. I really don't know about the theme. I mean, it's an option. It's an option. A lot of people like both. I mean, I can start with one, and if I have time, I can do a bit of the other, but... It is such a nice hue for the pink one, I think. Oh, you didn't like the colors that came with the palette, huh? It's kind of a good challenge, though. How much more can I force this in? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not against the idea at all. I'm just explaining the criteria or the limitation of the experiment. The orange is so... What? This one? What? How is it made? I'm surprised because I like it a lot. I think it's a really orangey orange, right? I need to know, Apollo. Hey, Phils, hi. Oh, the box. Ah. You mean the tin? Aw, you don't like it? A bit of a lighter, like apricot kind of color. Ooh, cake! When you come back, you have to tell us more about this cake. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my... First of all, I'm gonna clear up some space. I'm gonna bring out the half pans. It's peach. Yeah, peach works. Peach is just like a orange tint, like an orange with white in it. I have this one too that's empty. I might put some colors in it as well. Kind of circus peanut candy. Circus peanut. Ugh. I've never tried those. They always kind of made me too puzzled to be willing to try a circus peanut. So as you can see, we have a lot of choice. Also have the chart. Though it's not that helpful because I can't have all the colors visible at once. Like, I would need two charts so that I can have one here, one here. Red, pink, orange, peach, yellow, yellow, green, mint, blue, blue. Wait, I'm pretty sure you can be, I'm pretty sure we can be a bit more creative with this. Depending on the hue, the blue could be periwinkle. Might work. Like the green, it's called mint, but no mint looks like that. So even peach, like it's perhaps if you remove your glasses and you look at a peach from really, really far, it's gonna be that color. But otherwise, peach are more like vibrant than that. They're more like, you know, orangey yellow and then red. As for the yellow, I'm going to think. Do we have a name for a sort of tint of yellow? I think some people might use like cream or ivory, but it's perhaps a bit too white. Oh, butter might work. I don't want to get the tin. All right, I need to figure out an approach to the color selection because otherwise it's just going to be impossible to get anything done. What would be my approach in a way that wouldn't be too similar to sets I already have? Naples yellow is a light yellow, but it's not a very well-known name. I'm pretty sure if I told my dad that something was Naples yellow, he would have zero idea of what it is. I'm gonna grab a few other color charts of sets that I have. So I don't have all the colors. I don't. I have a lot of them. Okay, not arguing with that. Okay. Whew. You guys all set a palette in like a more typical style, like the usual 12. Ew, no, ew, ew, ew. No, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like you only need one of those like classic layout, classic selection kind of palette. It gets boring super fast. Kind of like the Christy Rice palette, except better. Yeah. Like intentionally not cohesive. I feel it's more interesting this way. Like if you, they were more hobby level than professional level, but the Prima marketing palettes had themes, and they were like interesting. Like, oh, this one is for portraits, so it's all like all colors, like from kind of a Naples yellow, and then it would go towards like more pink, and then more dark and browns and all of that. So that's the, sorry, that's the shades of the colors that I do have. So as you can see, there's a lot of them, but the one shade that has the least squares filled is the first one with all the yellows and oranges and reds on it. Yes, Y53 is a light yellow. But then again, if I tell someone, "Oh yeah, that I really like this light yellow. It's like nickel titanate yellow," nobody would know except you guys. And hey, pumpkin, hello. So that's the available colors, and that's the palette already set up. Gotta love how consistently these all come with a magenta in there, in one way or another. Just tried a green gold experiment yesterday. It didn't work for the subject I was painting, but it worked okay on some occasions. And what was the green gold experiment? Right now, I'm organizing my palette based on limited. Ooh. If I wasn't doing that project, I'd have it yellow, orange, red, green, blue, violet, earth colors, dark. No magenta? I've taught you nothing. I have an all-modern pigments palette. Ooh, like all the phtalos and quinacridones and dioxazine and all of that. Perline, naphthol. Then another one where everything is truly transparent, even the earth tones. Oh, did you find any earth tones that are transparent that are good? I kind of feel like whenever you get an earth tone that is more transparent, you lose so much in vibrancy, and the texture of the paint is often really weird. I would like to see the Schmal most granulating palette. Ooh. Ooh. We could set one up. One of the tiny ones could be granulating colors, because I don't think I have any palette that particularly focuses on that. We'd be a bit stretched for a granulating yellow, but otherwise... No, sorry. I consider magenta part of the... Oh, okay. I use magenta, I swear, please don't ground me. Okay. Whew. Thank you. I was disappointed for a second. I was like, no. I have the whole Roman Schmal... Ooh! And set up a landscape palette for a project. I included Quin Pink instead of Quin Magenta. Yeah, I mean, any kind of... it can go for the more, like, more bluish one to the more yellowish one. It's all fine. The key is to have a pink somewhere in your palette, because you cannot mix pink. You guys know that. Speaking of new paints I'm interested in, I just received the new Da Vinci Harvest set. What's in that one? Magentas, turquoise, aqua, neon green, neon yellow. All the brightest, most eye-catching. Yeah, and the thing is, it's easier to start with super bright colors and to mute them down. You cannot do the other way around. You cannot have a muted color and bring it back to a sort of obnoxious level of brightness. Lyra, hello! No, they do not have PY 159. I really hope he brings it over. I really want that. So far there's only Schminke and Winsor Newton that have it. And I don't like the Schminke one all that much. Transparent gold ochre. I'll look at the I'll look at these guys for granulating yellow. Let's... Sorry, first part of this video is probably going to be a lot of shuffling around bits of paper to figure it out, figure where to start, but on this one, not a single granulating yellow. On this one, at the bottom, like, they're pretty flat. Which one did you say? Okay, transparent gold ochre. Do I have it? Oh, for the transparent division. Oh, okay. Oh no, not granulating, just transparent. It's so weak, though. It's this one. Transparent gold ochre, and it's so light. When you can have like something like this here, which is so much more appealing to me, personally, like, for what I like. I should also add a PY 175. They have a lot of yellows, though. I mean, it would be great, because it's always fun to have options, but I feel like the granulating yellow would perhaps be a bit more of a game changer color. Yes, my next color palette has taught me to appreciate my super vibrant color. Russian, that's a fun one for muted subject. I really like it, but it's more limited. Look at this one. This is so pretty. Oh, the Naples Yellow Deep is granulating. It's probably PBR 24, yeah. And it's quite opaque as a pigment, but it has texture. And it's not goopy. Like, this one has a bit of texture, but it has that jelly-like feeling. Hello, Pico! Tu veux-tu être la star du show? Oh non, Pico! Summon Otto. And summon Otto. Come on. Thanks. Come on, Pico. Honesty. Une minute. Tu te feras pas piéger, tu vas être la star du spectacle. Tout le monde va t'envoyer de l'amour. Je l'attrape? Ok, be right back. Ouais, bouh. Pas vite, pour attends. Tiens, tiens, toi, Broup. Salut, Pico. Salut, Pico. Salut, Pic Pic. Je vois plus mon chat du tout. I can't see my chat anymore. All I see is a cat butt. Cat butt. Prou. Viens, Prou. Prou. Ici. Move your butt. Oh, that sounds lovely. Pumpkin. I'll have to look it up. And I really need to include it in that news video. Je veux beaucoup de l'amour. Je veux beaucoup d'amour. Montre ta petite face. Montrer ta petite face toute cute. Viens, mademoiselle. Ouais, on va le menton comme ça. Ok, je peux mettre la caméra en haut. Avec que tu te frottes pas trop dessus. Du poil partout. On va voir le chat. Ouh, pousse tes fesses un peu. Come on. Oh, that's fine, Dawn. Hello. As you can see, I have a bit of a kitty issue. Very needy kitty. Oh non, deuxième. Toi aussi, tu veux y aller? Ouais! Les deux! Le double feature! Colin, hein? Tiens, deux chats. Ok. Pas de chicane dans la cabane, ça va faire. Yep. Two idiots, ladies and gentlemen. Oh non, Pico. Merdouille. Absolument pas qu'elle soit à côté de Scott, c'est bien. Blasphème. Oh! Oh, Pico. Tout bien, Pico. Sorry, I had to fix focus because of cat shenanigans. If you want... Oh, I missed everything. Hold on. Oh, you mean this one? I think it's supposed to be something like Pshibish. But it's been a while since I checked it. It's good. Non, tu vas tout péter. Tu vas tout péter. Avec mon bébé. You might hear her complain. She's fine. She's fine. She's just a big drama queen. Mon bébé. Ouais. Little kitty, big drama. Hey, Liz! Hi! Hello, hello! A palette decided by cats. That would be really interesting to do. If the cats were not little butts. They're too much of a pain in the ass to be actually helpful. Alright, so I was looking at a granulating yellow. We have a contender here. Perhaps this one is also not that bad. Then let's look at the other pages too. You heard the drama meow? She complains all the time for nothing. Because it's not like she decided it would be. Like if she is sleeping somewhere, and we take, like, I pick her up to bring her to some other place, she will complain so loudly. Even if it's to bring her to a place she will enjoy more, she is always complaining about something. Okay, not really any granulating yellows on these pages of like the newer release. The cat is out in the rain. Oh no! He's gonna come home drenched. Granulating reds are another one of those difficult choices to figure out because the options are fairly limited. You either have to go towards a more like earthy kind of like a reddish brown or whatnot, or the only other option is Potter's Pink. I'm not mad about it, I like Potter's Pink, but sometimes you kind of want to explore some different avenues. So let's see. This is pink, red. I don't. Le chat qui est malade. Il est malade. Debout. Surprise. PR, yeah, I know Cat Red granulates, but I don't think I have a lot of Cat Reds from Romanschmal because they're kind of more expensive, so that's usually not the I tend to fill out a range, like least pricey paints first and then I slowly get like the pricier ones. Burnt sienna, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna look, but like here we have a burnt sienna, but it's not granulating all that much. This one here, the natural umber reddish was not really all that red. Anyway, this sorry, this one is not all that red either. I have a burnt sienna here, but it's not excessively granulating either. I tried the Winsor & Newton granulating medium once and couldn't figure it out. It didn't work for what I wanted. Video that said you can add Potter's Pink to almost... Oh, interesting! The new Romanschmal Crimson. Are there... Oh man, I really need to do my my rounds for the new stuff. They have a crimson? They have a new color? They have new colors! What? I know they're well, they have carmine, but it's not granulating per se. It's more like flocculation, and it doesn't stay put on the paper all that much. It rubs off a lot on account of being more of a natural plant-based pigment. Burnt sienna here, quite smooth. The Indian red is also quite smooth. Anyway, I got Potter's Pink. I'm gonna get the Naples Yellow Deep. If I can find it in here somewhere. Yellow ochre. I think it's gotta be like this one. Yep. Haha. Custom mix with Potter's Pink. Oh, okay, a blue with these two. So that's the yellow I have out. That's the pink. It's gonna be so weak though, that's gonna be perhaps a bit difficult to use. But it's fine, it's for the sake of experimenting. And a blue. I can go for, like, I have blues, there's so much options. Like you have, this is one, this is one, this is one, and they're all so different. The pink we have is slightly muted. The yellow is a bit muted as well. Cobalt blue deep, not sure. I mean, it's an option, it's there. It's this one. What else? Here. What about here? Ultramarine is kind of boring. The Cobalt Quillin Blue is nice, but that's perhaps a bit more like something I've already done something similar to. Oh, the Carmine, yeah. Yeah, it's quite interesting. I did a, you guys perhaps remember, I did a color triad with the Carmine. Oh, see, on Draconon Yellow, Potter's Pink, Cobalt Light. Where is it? Hold on. See, here, I use the Carmine, and you can maybe see on camera, but there's a lot of transfer of the swatches that have a lot of carmine in them. A lot of transfer of the color. Bright blue behind the green. Bright blue. Brilliant. Brilliant is this one. We're going for granulating colors, right? Because we're trying to put together. So we need a lower tinting blue. Yes and no, in the sense that the yellow, the Naples Yellow Deep, is quite strong usually. So we have one strong, one weak. So we could basically take just about anyone. Our criteria being more about the granulation. Let's try with the Cobalt Blue Deep. Let's go. Let's try that. It will have the advantage of being something that I haven't tried all that much. Cobalt Blue Deep here. Okay. As for the other colors, I'm tempted to put the malachite, this one as a green. It is fairly weak, but it's really interesting. What else? What else? Well, cobalt green deep, that's a bit like a boring choice. It's a beautiful color, but it's a color that I've seen in a lot of things, so I don't feel it would be super interesting to just work with it. The chromium green oxide dark here has a peculiar granulation, but it's a similar hue. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Viridian. Wait, is... Oh, the green mix, is it Viridian? Ninja is not here, but I think she mixes Viridian and Potter's Pink. I'm tempted to dig out the Viridian so I can have that option. Cobalt Sea Blue. I think that's a really teal one, right? Yeah, that one. Why do you think there is transfer? I think it's just the nature of this particular pigment. It's possibly like a natural pigment, and they tend to be a bit harder to work with and to properly like mix in with the pigment and all of that. Like they're more temperamental colors, and I feel like that might be why it was perhaps more difficult to get the ratio right, so it wouldn't transfer. But I don't know. I could ask. Perhaps that's something I could ask Roman. But, oh, Viridian. I was looking for Viridian. Gotta be this one. Yeah. Found it. Okay, so I have yellow, pink, green, blue. What else do we want in here? Forest green, cobalt turquoise. Cobalt turquoise is a really fun color. It's really pretty. I really like cobalt green light. I don't think we see a lot of palettes featuring that one. Their greens, the Roman Schmal greens, are some of my favorites. I'm very picky. Hey, Liz, hello. I'm trying to figure out the colors for 2 palettes that will each have 6 colors in them. And at the moment, we're trying to put together a selection of granulating colors. Yeah, that's your kind of color, Sassy. it's so bright. Okay, so what do we have so far? We have the Potter's Pink, that is here. Okay, so this one. We have Naples Yellow Deep, this one here. We have Viridian, which is here. And Cobalt Blue Deep, which is this one. Now I'm trying to figure out what else to put in here. I think I can forget about a granulating orange. I don't think that's gonna happen. A granulating purple could be fun. I feel like perhaps the manganese violet could be a decent contender. Perhaps the ultramarine pink, even if it's light, very light. I know there is strontium violet later on, like this one. Uh, 216 manganese violet, yeah. I agree. Let's get that one, and then we have a bonus color. That's ultra pink. That's the manganese. What could be our bonus color in here? If I have PB36, yeah, hold on. Yes, manganese violet. Okay. What are those two next to Potter's Pink? These two here. 340. 340. What is it? Where is it? Okay, hold on. PB36 or PBK7? I'll try to. I'm pretty sure I have a PB36 somewhere. A PBK7, a black. That one I'm less sure. Okay, so PB36. Did it? Yeah, okay, PB36. Is there RS? Ah! I can't keep up! Ah! PB36. Okay, this is one. Cobalt Cerulean Blue. And yes, it granulates. And yes, it's beautiful with Potter's Pink. Oh, Misty Morning, and the other one is Shadow Violet, and they're Shadow Violet Light. Sorry, they're both amazing. Oh no, it's not a Daniel Smith. You cannot have an exclusive color, really. Doesn't Aquarius Orange granulates? I don't think so. It's the one that's in the it's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one, and as far as I know, it's transparent and very smooth. 335. Yeah, that's Shadow Violet Light. Zoom a lot on my phone. Oh, sorry. Oh, Aquarius is on promotion. Oh, that's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Okay, PBK7. I was trying to figure out. I don't think. I think it's the one pigment that Daniel Smith doesn't have. Well, I mean, not the one pigment. There's a few, but there's so many color in the range. But I don't think they have a PBK7. They have a PBK8, PBK9, PBK11, the 31, so Caroline. But PBK7, they don't have it, if I remember right. Because I remember looking for it and being like, oh, they just don't have it. Oh, it's not bad memory, it's just a lot to keep in one's brain. Like, the only reason why I sort of know is that I don't think there is any particularly granulating orange out there. Perhaps some cadmium oranges could be granulating, but even like if you take the granulating colors from Schminke, when they make their orange, it's often a mix of the yellow and a red. They hardly ever add a granulating orange in there, unless you go perhaps towards the more muted oranges, like earth colors. You might be able to find something in there, but I really thought paint companies came up with their own blends and like others would just be dupes. I mean, perhaps it started like that, but they kind of all, for lack of a better word, rip each other up or rip each other off. Like, they will have similar colors from one range to the other. Different names, different all of that. Sometimes slightly different pigments, but the overall effect is generally the same. And yeah, there's quite a few examples of that. Like, you can find colors within so many ranges that are a mix of a magenta and ultramarine blue to varying degrees. Another one is, you know, that granulating purple mix is really frequent. Sorry. Their granulating black would probably be Mars Black. So it's PBK 11. It's this one here. $310 is which one is it? doop doo. My chart just doesn't have a 310 on it. Like the way they've ordered it, it jumps around and I don't know where 310 ends up. Where are you? What color is it? Where is it? Oh, it's quinacridone gold. I'm so silly. Yep, I agree. I should have figured it out. Lava and that bright pink. Yeah, lava. This one here. Really, really cool color. And yeah, the Quin Magenta Intense is, I mean, it looks perhaps a bit warmer on the screen than it does in real life. The Quin Rose here is possibly a warmer, bright pink. This one is perhaps a bit more like bluish. Venetian red or English red light. I really like the color of the Indian red. It's not particularly granulating, but that's a pretty, like, fun color. Really, like, packed. Like with watercolor, I really like, I mean, I like all of the colors, mind you, but there's something I find particularly satisfying when I get a color that is like really, really intense, because I know that I can dilute it and get much lighter hues. So I never really have to worry about making it dark enough. I know it's already got that. Whereas when you have lighter colors, they're beautiful, but they're more limited. You don't have the same range available. I had wondered about it when I saw it. Anyway, if you guys want to see swatches and its colors that I have on hand, I'll happily show them. But yeah, I don't think the camera is like completely well balanced color wise, so keep that in mind. Perhaps I should swatch these and then we can figure out what color we could add. I think that's a plan. That, how do I set this up? If I make these fall down, I'm gonna cry so much. Sorry. 23. I understand. I think I'll skip the cell. Yeah, even if the ocean blue is lovely. It's just absurdly tempting. You might be able to mix it on your own though. Apologies if I lost. You wrote composture, and it's, I don't know why, but it really cracks me up. I'll find it later. As long as I don't. I lost a like a clip for the palette, but what do I like to swatch on? Grab this, and if it's too terrible, we can switch out. I'm painting right now and snuggling. Snuggling? I mean, I would snuggle with my with my paints as well. Oh, I didn't say hi to Dave, by the way. Hi, Dave. I'm sorry. Has anyone played with PBR Titanium Brown? Looks yellowish. I think it is a bit of a kind of a yellow ochre color. It is, yeah, it's this one here. It is quite muted, quite smooth. Like, I think you can get it to granulate, but when you compare like a color like this one to like the strontium violet on the same paper, like there's a range of granulation there. I need a cheap brush. Oh, struggling. I mean, you could snuggle if you want to. I'm not gonna blame you for it. I would snuggle with my paints if it wasn't such a risk for a mess, you know. Just as a side note, I just watched a mix of... Oh, hold on, you remind me of something. Maybe? Oh. I did try Roman Schmal's Nickel Tungsten Yellow, PY 189. And I think it does granulate a little bit. You can kind of see it more in the mixes, because that's the issue with yellows. It's really hard to see the granulation on white paper. But looking at the mixes, like these are definitely not a uniform mix. So I think there is a bit of something going on. Oh, the Potter's Pink is so nice. Yeah, it's a really light yellow. It's a girl, I forget her name, but maybe you guys know her, and she has videos of taking moon glow. What does that mean? You can try it, Curious. You might be able to see if it granulates. The this one is almost like more of a orange than a yellow, but that's the current selection. Sunny! Busy, busy! Great, I need the Naples yellow tube to mix the ocean blue after I get it. I'll be... It is a lovely mix. I find it difficult to get the colors to kind of separate and show through, but it's still a beautiful color, even when it's completely mixed. What should we add to this? What should we add to this? Maybe that very light tungsten yellow could be interesting. Sort of a granulating yellow color. I don't know why I'm so stuck on the yellow. It's not a color that I use often. Oh, the cat is back very wet. Oh, poor baby. I hope they tolerate being toweled. Gotta towel them dry. Oh no, why was that held for review? Let's see. Ow. Can't even allow it on. I only bother with the very light yellow is that it is very, very light. Do I have any? I don't think I have any. No, I. The only one I have is cadmium orange. No cadmium reds. Too expensive. Abby saw your stream on RTV, said you just like this because she has a 30. Ah, no. You can get both. You can get the paint and the cats. Oh, you gotta. What's your usual username on YouTube? Because YouTube changed stuff, and Sunny character doesn't ring a bell, but Hermione the cat rings a bell. He's a forest cat, so just wet in the top of the coat. Okay, okay, okay. He prefers to dry. Oh, don't say stuff like that. That's painful. Ouch. Oh, rip paper. Rest in peace, poor paper. I'm stuck. I don't know what to add to this selection. Of course you can get painted cats. And brushes can be quite soothing. Always sunny character and have to... Okay. Huh. Hmm. Gotta love a torty. Lori! Yeah, I think you usually it would be your name. It would be Lori. Oh shoot. Hold on, my phone is ringing. Gotta hang up. I mean, I'm filming with it. I hope hope nothing has borked up too much. As a short, took my baby out for a walk, and I swear another. Hold on. So what is it? It's uh, yeah, I know paint and hiding. So does she actually take the paints out for a walk? Like, what's the gimmick? Or is it just about hanging around with the paints? Expensive. I mean, you know what I mean, Dave. Color like burnt umber. Yeah, absolutely. I was looking at Van Dyke Brown, but I don't know if it would be cool. Because it's this one. It's kind of very dark and muted. We can try, and I can do a few mixes, and if it's, you know, not vibing properly, we can just fix it, right? What the fudge was that? Oh, it was stuck to the lid. Okay. I was like, well, how did that fall down? Stuck. Sorry. Just had a moment of wait, that's not how physics work. Sepia Van Dyke Brown. Yes, she shows her hand holding the paint in there. Okay, I really like that. Taking the paint out for a walk. I can relate to that. For a while, I think she was about to stop doing YouTube content. I don't know if she came back. Hope so. I did not give the Van Dyke Brown a lot of time to re-wet, so it's a bit weak. But still it gives us an idea. Okay, so what about mixes? Oh, I'm gonna... Oh, I think I need to clean it up a bit though. It is a bit grimy. I've been printing or painting. Not with Van Dyke. I hope it's painting. Or maybe it could be printing. I haven't seen anything pop up in a while, but I'm kind of a neglectful YouTube user and rely on my feed to basically serve me stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's been difficult to keep up. Well, she's back, but she doesn't post very often anymore. I can relate to that. It's a balance. It's like, where is my stack of paper gone? Hope I am somewhat frame. Gotta start by mixing Potter's Paint with everything, right? I feel like that's... No, printing. Oh, cool. Very cool. I think I added one too many. One too many blobs of paint, but we'll figure it out, right? That's the Naples yellow and the Potter's pink. I'm super excited to see the green with it. I think it was Ginger who was talking about using Potter's pink, possibly the weakest color in the spectrum, with the Viridian to make a light granulating gray. Definitely works, but wow, is Potter's pink a weak color? That's really cool though. Ginger red. Oh yeah, I think so, but it's not that granulating either. It is a bit, but no. Would love it if there was a way to sort of concentrate Potter's pink so that it would stay the same, but you would sort of get more of it when you pick it up. Does that make sense? No wonder this pan is like hollowed out. You need so much of it for it to just be visible. That's so cool. I'm watching the giant fluffies from the burst milkweed pods float past. I love these so much. They're so cool. Milkweed is so cool. It's such a cool plant. I put my I put my finger in it. Literally. Agreed. The main reason I haven't bought Potter's pink. The handmade, I think, if I remember right, the handmade Potter's pink that I remember doing was, I think, a bit better in that aspect. I would have to sort of dig it up and try. Well, that could be a thing, though. Maybe I don't necessarily have. I know this is a stretch for me, but I don't necessarily have to put Roman Schmal paints in the Roman Schmal palettes. I could maybe dig up my handmade paints and, uh, figure out a selection to put in there. Hmm. Maybe I should just take the pink palette and put all the Potter's pink I have in there. I think Potter's pink might be. Why do you think that? Huge. I feel like I should run out there and like intentionally. Oh, seriously. I like every time I see them like pop up in places where, um, like in a kind of chaotic way, I'm always happy. I'm always like, you show them. Yeah, I made I made points at some point. That's true. How many Potter's pink do you have? I think I have like 4, or maybe 5 if I count like Agallos. Mine, uh, Roman Schmal, Windsor Newton, Schminke. Core doesn't make one. Holbein doesn't make one. Cindy doesn't make one. Daniel Smith makes one, but butter. Let's just do a little compare. Alright. These mixes, I think, are really lovely. I just want to swatch my handmade Potter's Pink. Hopefully it will be wet and it won't like shame me in front of my friends. Okay, reporting back on Roman Schmal, it does seem that nickel tighten, I can't say it. PY53 granulates, or at least flocculates very, very subtly. That's really cool. The nickel tungsten yellow also has some texture. That's the thing with yellows, though. You kind of have to squint to be able to see it. Which is annoying, even on a good day. Strongest Potter's Pink, in my opinion, if you want a strong Potter's Pink, you have kind of to look into the handmade ones. I don't know why, but from experience, the handmade Potter's Pink that I've swatched were all like easier to re-wet, stronger, and really nice compared to the company made ones. Do you have enough to fill? Oh, of course I do. Yeah. Hey, Emotional Pumpkin has it. Pietra Rosa is lovely. But it's a mix, right? It's Potter's Pink with some other color in it. Thank you, Liz. Probably Jane Fonda. I mean, she would possibly have the swatches to compare. I squint so much even with glasses that back in the day my nickname was Squints. See. Limited space but lots of paints means I don't know where I put my Agalo paints. Oops. I gotta moderate today because I don't think... I guess YouTube doesn't like it when we call Potter's Pink by its letters. Can you make us all... You guys, it's only 1995 and my boyfriend and friends would be groaning. Oh my god. I think I still have a couple of pans of Potter's Pink that I never managed to put on sale. But I love it. I love it. Let's... You. Okay. No, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, cool. So, that's a really crummy chart, but that's the chart of all the handmade paints I have in my little handmade paints palette. See, it didn't like hide away Liz's messages using the letters, but it hid Melissa's. Like, why? I have the granulating yellow in my handmade paints. Isn't that enough space? Go away. So, what if I put some handmade paint in one of the little Roman schmoll palette and do something that is very different for me? It might not look good, but they're, you know, decent. What is that top pinky red? This is a magenta. I think it's this one. I think it was the Sennelier pigment. Their magenta pigment. Squinting. No, I do not, actually. I don't have a video of swatching all of these. I don't think so. You're too naughty for YouTube, Melissa. Anyways, the second strongest Potter's Pink is apparently Schminka's. Yeah, who's calling the shots here? Not saying I agree or disagree. My magpie is immediately picking up. I mean, it's kind of a shame to not use them, right? Perhaps if they were in a tin, I would be more likely to use them. But we all know that we need the granulating yellow in here, of course. I have one of these is Hokkaido orange, which is kind of a granulating orange. This zircon blue is also we have to check if the lapis lazuli that I did still re-wets, because some pigments, they don't necessarily withstand the test of time all that well. I wonder what ChatGPT... No, ChatGPT sucks. It's not worth it. The what? Words. It's just a pigment that makes it the granulating yellow. It's PY159, I think. And it's not a trade secret. It's just that very, very few brands offered this pigment, and I don't know why. But the prettiest one that's public, that's like commercially available, is from Winsor & Newton. It is really, really nice. It's like their Windsor Yellow Lemon Deep, something like that. It has this silly name that makes no sense. Let yourself get misinformed by me, I trusted. No, no. It's all that good water that gets, you know, wasted from using AI. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Still good. Still nice. Of course, it's a weaker color in general, but it's still decent. Didn't dry to the state of a rock. All right. CY 159, I think. I think that's the one. My ChatGPT loves talking about paints with me. No! No! Step away from ChatGPT. It's not worth it. Cobalt. Cobalt is a bit of an annoying one though, because it's one of those very, very dry pigments. It always tends to, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but yeah. It detaches from the pans regardless of what you do. Oh, no, 23, I don't think it came across as misinformation. It's just, I can't stand freaking ChatGPT. Are there any new pigments on the horizon? I haven't looked into it in a bit, but yeah, the last we had was Yinmin Blue and Yintico Red, Pink. Chromium oxide green. I made a green gold that is a mix of two pigments. I don't remember which. Made a Prussian green that I thought was quite fun. I don't know where it is though. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Gotta go look up Yintico Pink. Hey, Paulo! Thank you! Wow. Oh, it's red. Yeah, Paulo is our table of elements guy. Hold on, so I'm gonna try to figure it out. I don't think I know what the Yintico stands for. The Y is gonna be for the same as Yinmin, so yttrium, right? The TI is gonna be titanium, IN indium, and cobalt. I do think it's good to be aware of the environmental cost of GPT, but it can be great for helping with ADHD type executive functioning issues. It can, but at the same time, I'm like, is it worth it? Yttrium, indium, titanium, cobalt. Hey, I got it. That's just my issue. Like, I think that if we can find a way to make AI tools not so wasteful, that would be lovely. I just can't bring myself to justify using them. It's just very difficult, personally. Oh, it's PV60. How many colors is that? So 4. Oh, I'm already full. Shoot. And I don't even have all of the ones that I want to put in there. I guess that's why they're in this palette and not in another palette. I'll try to put them all back in where they belong. Totally up to how much help a person needs. Yeah. Like it seems to be a great accommodation for a lot of people, but why do we always set up stuff in a way that is totally unsustainable? I mean, I know why, but Like it's a rhetorical question. Uses a lot of water, and it's just sad. It's so sad. Because it's like, hey, you got something great in there. Why do you have to make it so um it's a mortgage on the future, really. I'm in tech, so everyone around me is obsessed with language learning models. I think that's it. I do see a lot of potential in automating the boring stuff, but there are skeptics. Yeah. I mean, there's a place for it as a tool, right? That's the thing we always say. There's a place for this stuff as a tool, but not as a substitute for, you know, everything. Oh, large language models. Okay, sorry. That's a weird qualifier. Like, for someone who's not too familiar with it, the large qualifier is kind of weird. I love making my own watercolors, and I made a special palette for my daughter-in-law. But it's been a while since... Oh. Yeah, mulling is a really time-consuming task, and also not all pigments are super fun to mull. Like, you might be tempted to think of mulling as this, very like zen, relaxing endeavor where you're like la 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 la. Nah, that's not the reality of it. The reality of it is as elbow pain and pigments that misbehave and don't give you the results that you want, and stuff not collaborating, and just like, and then you have to let it dry, which is another part of the process that is difficult to manage because you need space to let paint dry, right? And then you need to remember to refill the pans once they're dry. Like, it's a whole thing. Agree Pumpkin, and with you too, Ev. The book Barkskins was a brutal look at how humans pillaged. Oh, the way they were trained. Yeah, that's for generative AI. Generative AI is just a big fat no. I'm sorry, Dawn, but I'm glad you figured out what you like. But yeah, like, generative AI is the problematic one. If you can keep it more of a tool and like a support thing, that's when it would be useful. Like, to automate tasks that really actually don't need necessarily a human to do. It's not supposed to replace humans, it's supposed to help make our lives better, but you won't ever get that in this kind of system we are all working in. Minutes later, my arms are tired. How much longer do I have to mold the paint? Seriously. And sometimes it's even more than 20 minutes. Some pigments are a breeze. Some pigments are a joy to work with. But some other pigments, you mull and you mull and you mull. And the ratio is never right, Because that's the thing you have to figure out, is the ratio of binder to pigment. So that the pigment stays on the paper, right? It binds the pigment to the paper. But it's not the same for every single pigment out there. That's when we run into problems, right? Mulling is long, very long, and because I hate doing it for... Oh, seriously. Oh my gosh. Why? What are the longest molars? Why is that censored? Is there a meaning to these words that I don't know? The most difficult pigments. A lot of the modern pigments are very, very difficult, like phthalates, quinacridones. And then some of the natural ones, like indigo, can be a pain in the butt too. It really depends on, like, sometimes you would think, oh, all the earth tones, like the earth pigments, they would be easy. Some of them absolutely are, but some of them are very difficult, and it's like, why? The most easy thing to mold, quote unquote, is shimmery paints, because you don't really need to mold it. It's already a fine glitter or fine powder, and if you mold it with an actual molder, you're gonna sort of ruin the shimmery effect. So for these, more often than not, all you have to do is to mix them with a palette knife until it's well blended and everything. You have to mix it, right? But you don't really need to mold it, because you don't need to really grind the pigment. You don't want to grind the shimmery paints, or it's going to be less shimmery. Wouldn't have guessed about the modern ones. Yeah, there's a lot of factors to take in. Like the phthalo colors, they're hydrophobic, technically. And as you guys probably figure out, when you mold paints, you have to wet it, right? So it can be a bit of a chore to get everything to bind into a paste. Happens if you do, but I think it just gets dull. It just gets much duller. And yeah, most commercial phthalos, they use something to prevent them from flocculating, because they will, like Paulo say, they will clump a lot. The all the particles of the pigment will attach together. It's not the weight of them, it's just the particles. So it's flocculation and not granulation. And to get that smooth, transparent color that we all love, they have to add something in there to make it not stick together. I really have no idea what it takes to make. It was sort of a trend a couple of years ago. I think yeah, a lot of people got into paint making, and then it sort of slowly died down. But grind is not milling, but mulling is grinding though. When you mull your paint, the fact that the glass surface and the muller have this frosted surface, it micro grinds the paint. You know, it's like when you use sanding paper of the finest grit. It doesn't look like it, but it's still sanding stuff. There should be a mini powered muller for. They have some mini mullers for companies, and their only issue is that they're super expensive. But when they do, like, when they test out colors, they don't do it on a large scale. They do it on a small scale. So they have these mini mullers that are like powered. Really interesting. Is that what creates flocculation? I don't know if it's necessarily hydrophobic particles. It could be. I'm not sciencey to that level, but flocculation is when they stick together. Whether it's because they're hydrophobic or not, that I can't say. Yeah, it's like micro polishing, exactly. That's what, like, makes the it helps really mix everything together, but at the same sense, like, if you want to keep your paints shimmery, you don't want to micro polish them, micro grind them. It's sort of the same thing that got us into the Primatech kerfuffle way back then. It's this notion that the finer you grind something, or the finer, like, the particle gets, the less intense the color, usually. Like, if you take a stone, the stone itself might be a color, but when you grind it to a fine powder, the powder will be gray. So, yeah. But I have to thank Ev, because if it wasn't for her who encouraged me to make paint, I won't appreciate color. Yeah, seriously. when you start making a bit of paint, it sort of put everything into a different perspective, and you kind of get a lot more respect for people who bother to make their own paint. And like the companies, like I appreciate the work they do. Flocculation is a scientific term with a very specific definition. Granulation is not. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool. The water you use can also be important. Yeah. There is no granulation in scientific terms. What would you call the effect that the heavier particles settle down and they're suspended less time than the lighter particle? Is there a name for it in scientific terms? When I was making my own paints, I would use distilled water to make the paint because we have really hard water here. And yeah. I bought a cheap paint making set on Amazon, but the powder was dye and not pigment. Ooh. Same. When I first started, I had mica powders for like soap making, and I bought like powdered gum arabic and tinkered with it and made like sparkly paints. And I was like, oh, okay. And then that was sort of the starting point, and then I just got deeper and deeper in the rabbit hole. And I stopped doing it because it was just so difficult to keep up with the demands of setup, and like you need a space to let the paint dries that is out of the way. You need a space to store the paint mixes, and you need space to store the pigments. You need space to mold, and anyway, it's just like it's sort of a craft or a hobby that has a somewhat mid to high demand in space, and it's not very compatible with a lot of living situations. And cue the Primatech dots. Painting with seawater, that's gotta be interesting. Oh, spring water. Oh, cool. I wanted to learn how to make pigments and give. Yeah, unless you make earth pigments, where you just like find a stone and you grind it into a powder. For everything else, sedimentation. Oh, interesting. So it flocculates or it sediments. Oh, I like that. De Carlo calls it separating. Yeah, that's a good explanation for it too. Maybe it also flocculates as well. Yeah. Separates from water. It separates from each other. As the nurse researcher, I saw it can feeling of heavier. What? Paint is an emulsion. Even I thought emulsion was. I mean, it just means a homogeneous mix, right? Is that it? It'll be unsafe. Yeah. You gotta wear a mask. You gotta be in a well-ventilated area. You gotta be in a place that you can make sure there's no kids or pets present when you make the paint. Like there's all these factors to take in, which is why I say that it has a high demand in space, because you need to be able to control a lot of factors. The thing with seawater might affect the paint a lot. Relieve the salt layer. Yeah, but that would be interesting, right? You know how people use salt to have these sort of sparkly effect, not shiny, but like the way the salt like creates sort of stars in paint. You guys talk me out of it. I won't try to make paints. I live in a hoard house. Dude, seriously, don't. Keep it on the back shelf of your brain, like on the back burner. If there's ever an opportunity for it or a way that it can be accommodated, then you can take it off the shelf. But otherwise, yeah, it's just not that uh, necessary to be honest. Like it might be fun to Like if there was a what's it called? Un atelier. Not a class, not a lesson. A workshop. If there was a special workshop about making paint that you go there, you get the process explained, you make a couple of things, and you go back home, that would be great. I always wanted to drop salt water instead of salt. I mean, do it. Do it. Hey, it's Dan. Oh my gosh, hi. I only want to try making enough to make like 1 pan of paint just to see what it's like, but it sounds so, yeah, laborious. Yeah, you need a workshop. And Jinja, oh my gosh! Everybody's coming in at the last minute when I got nothing going on. Okay, for the late comers, just gonna show what was the attempt. This was to figure out a palette of 6 colors from Rummage that are all granulating, and we got like these 6. And then this one is my handmade Potter's Pink, and these are mixes of the Potter's Pink with the other colors from Rummage, and that's another handmade paint swatch. And I didn't get around to doing other mixes, but I mixed the Viridian and Potter's Pink that Jinja mentioned. And I agree that it's a really cool mix. Like, it looks gray from afar, but when you look close, it's truly muted green and pink. Paints blood, milk, butter. Wait, hold on. I mixed stuff already. Yeah, that's the nature of the creative, I guess. Like if your brain is 1 part like a creative person and 1 part a sort of MacGyver person, you're kind of screwed. You're gonna want to know how everything works and how to do it yourself, and it's just not, it's not conducive to living a minimalist life, let's just say that. Mix tiny amounts for personal use only, but that's the thing, it's difficult to mix only tiny amounts, and it's a lot of setting up and it's a lot of investment for only tiny amounts, which is why I think a workshop would be interesting, right? Because sure, you pay for the workshop, but you don't have to invest in the space and all of the equipment and material. It's Viridian and Potter's Pink. It's Roman Schmal's Viridian, which is PG-18, and their Potter's Pink, which is the usual PR-233. Sorry, I am buried in unpacking before we can turn our ETH on. I meant to get on sooner, but I'm buried in like 3,000. Oh no! Me too, isn't that why? Yeah, I think it is. My nickname at Lowe's was MacGyver, and I need to know how everything. Yeah, I just spent a few days just uh, picking apart old watches that didn't work anymore to sort of Frankenstein some watches together, and it was very sort of a good learning process. I didn't get too deep into it. I don't want to be a watchmaker, but it's interesting to know how these, basic parts watches work. And how they're basically all the same and probably all use the same battery in there. So hence why I made my own paints, bind my own sketchbooks, and then wanted to make my own paper. But I have altered the scientific setting. Oh yeah. we gotta rein it down at some point because it just gets to be too much. And you also have to be okay with, let's say your MacGyver fancy takes you towards a specific craft and you go really intense at it for a while, but then when you're done with it, you are not interested in it anymore. You have to be okay with getting rid of that stuff too. No. Said I didn't want to be a watchmaker, which is why I didn't like go deeply into mechanical watches and all of that. It was just a bunch of cheap quartz watches that I sort of took apart and salvaged some bits and pieces here and there. But still, it was really interesting to just open all of them up and look at how they work inside and how the crown attaches and how the thingy attaches to the other thingy and whatnot, They're basically all the same when it comes down to it for the basic quartz watch. I mean, nice. Lately, I've been doing a lot with the Viridian and Rose Madder. The low tinting green magenta. You gotta tell me what's your Rose Madder. Because the one I have is so intense it would overpower the Viridian. Unless it's Viridian Hue and then it's PG7. So the Rose Madder and the PG7 would be better matched. But they wouldn't make for a light granulating gray. That makes sense? At my current office job, the techs and managers come to me when they need twist eyes and other random shit. I can't stop myself. Oh, I know that feeling. My dad is like that too. I know where I got it from. But I still can't help if I buy an art supplies in my country, then I need to import. Oh, yeah, no, that's painful. I have to stay glued to my seat and still get this. Yeah, I get that. Feel free, whenever you miss something, I'll happily say it again if you can tell me what to say again, like what part you missed. Rose Madder Genuine and R9 and Viridian. Oh, okay. Where did you find your Rose Madder Genuine? Is it from Winsor & Newton? I'll have to put a pin in that idea. That sounds really interesting. Because the Potter's Pink makes for a nice gray, but it's really weak, right? So I'm curious to see. I think the Rose Madder is a bit more tinting, like just a little bit. So it might be a more versatile kind of gray. It's for science. It's for science, but the wallet cries a bit. That's the issue. The science aspect of it is fine. It's the budget side of it that's painful. But yeah, like I saw my dad recently, and his current thing is he fixes bigger clocks. He fixes like mantelpiece clocks and grandfather clocks, not on a very like precise technical level. He's self-taught, so he's a MacGyver himself. So, but yeah, he told me how he had kept a plastic sheet from a busted up TV. He kept it because that's what we do. And then he was repairing a clock and it was missing sort of a filament. And he was like, I wonder if I cut a really, really, really thin strip of the plastic thingy and use that as my filament, if it would work. And it did. I'm like, okay, cool. Why not? I mean, if it works, right? I think my current NR9 in palette, there's not a lot of company that have it. I don't think Schminke has it. I think Winsor & Newton is sort of the most common one for genuine Rose Madder. I should see how I approach food. I got way into Good Mythical Morning for years and taught my boyfriend the way. Sink and dink, what does that mean? Oh, I'm glad you still like them, Dawn. Yay. Well, I always worry about that because on the really long term, um, like handmade paint, sometimes they get more brittle, sometimes they dry really hard, and it's kind of a stress too. But I figured that at the same time, people who buy these, they kind of know about that. But yes, it's still a stressor. It's a stress factor. Wanna? Sorry, I just had a sort of a brain fart moment that I want to see what the yellow and the blue look like together. I have some handmade paints from you too as well, Dan. That manganese blue, I mean. It smells like a dream. Oh, I have to check that out. That's an interesting mix. It's not quite like it's technically a yellow, quote unquote, and a blue, but it mixes very muted because the yellow is very orange. Okay, so Michael Harding, Agallo, uh, Turner, and Windsor and Newton all have an R9. Okay. You know how with the drink you say cheers and tap drinks? When you go to eat the food you're trying first time, you tap the food, drink it, and then eat it. That's funny. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. You guys see? I like that. Gonna have to stop soon, but just a few more mixes. Just a few more mixes, Mom. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorite sort of not mixes to make because that's not exactly how my brain sees it, but when I mix two colors and I end up with a similar like muted pink purple color, I'm always super happy about it. I'm always like, oh, this is so pretty, I love it. Systematically. After 7 years of buying and comparing paints and art supplies, my favorite paints. Stupid, I don't to use it up. What is it? What are your favorite paints? Dawn. Oh, so yeah, I mean it's rose madder, so it's interesting that the smell of the rose goes all the way through the roots that are then made into paints, right? Is that it? Or perhaps that's not even connected because you know what? We call stuff like grapefruits and pineapples, and they have nothing to do with pineapples, grape, or well, they're fruits. So okay, there's that one. Oh, Crayola, that's perfect. Oh man, you don't really don't feel bad about using that up. Never. And it's gotta be available just about everywhere. That's really cool. I'm glad it's that the quality is to a sufficient level that it's usable. There's so many like quote unquote kids paints that are just terrible. Like terrible, terrible. But it doesn't have to be terrible. It can be good. Kids are allowed to have fun with their paints. Which purple did you mix? This purple is hold on, not these two. It's the Naples Yellow Deep, so that's PBR 24 with Manganese Violet, which is PV16. And it makes for this really, really pretty kind of muted purple. I love it. I love it. Oh, okay, so I think we have a challenge rating impossible, but I'm gonna try to put, oh, I don't think I can, but I would try to put these in here without putting any on my fingers. I don't think that's possible. What order to put them in? I think it's gonna be like I swatched them. So the butter's pink and the Naples yellow, then the green and the blue, and then the purple and the brown. No, not manganese blue. The Roman schmal doesn't have manganese blue. Is that it? Or am I mixing convos again? I'm gonna start the music. What music? Clown music? Ah! Vous voulez? C'est pas le Montréal encore. Pardon? C'est encore prêt. Accroche, on répond. Allô? Man, you can tell we are gearing up for elections.
Oui.
Would swap green and yellow. Okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Mm. Mission Impossible. I would die. If I had a more tech savvy setup, I might make it so that there is calm music that starts when I try. I think I made it extra hard on myself by starting with the bottom row too. Okay. Oh no, I put my finger in it. Ah! I put my finger in it, but there's nothing on my finger. Mystery. Ah! Okay, there. No, I definitely put my finger in it. The clown music. The phone call threw me off. Something. Okay. Oh, Jeopardy music. Got a yakety sax. Ah. Almost, guys. The very last one. Oh my gosh. What if Ah! Hey, victory! And I only had a little bit of paint on my fingers. Tiny bit. I wasn't looking. And I just put my whole hand in my water bottle. Aww. I spent the whole stream constructing a palette from tubes and put my finger in. Oh my gosh, yeah, you live dangerously. Making a palette from tubes, that's the thing. Hold on it. I gotta put that securely in here. I think it's gonna be really fun to explore the mixes with this one because so far I'm pleasantly surprised. Like we got some lovely colors. Yeah, I flew way too close to the sun. Happy Hey, is it? A plus plus. I give it an. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll take my star. Need to find something to wipe my fingers on. Okay, survived. My nail is still stained from when I stuck it in that red. I keep meaning to watch one of your VODs, Sassy Bitches, but I can't keep up with all my... Like, the thing is I listen to a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I don't watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. So that's tricky when it comes to art streams, because I kind of want to look at the same time too, but I'm never sitting down, like, long enough to do it. Alright, so we made this one. Now I just gotta figure out what's the other one going to be. Who says struggle buses? You can be a party struggle bus. Certainly. I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, we're all effed. Right. It's very new. Oh, Jenki is fine. Come on. I feel like who says struggle buses can't be party buses should be like something that is cross-stitched really, like, delicately and framed and on the wall with a little bus cross-stitched as well. Okay. Okay. I might start just a little discussion on the Discord and live stream after party, so that we can sort of brainstorm whatever ideas for the fourth palette, like a theme for that palette's 6 colors. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna call it here for today. I don't know how to cross stitch, but if anyone wants to make it and give me all the credits, I'm game. One last question. What created the mauve? This one? That's gotta be Potter's pink and the cobalt blue. I think it's this one here. I'm just back. Oh, sorry about that, 23. We will catch up on the Discord. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I just looked to my right, where my computer chair is, and there's a cat sleeping on it. I think there's about 4 seats in this room, and they're all taken. I don't know what I'll do, but I have to get up anyway. I have to move my legs around a bit. My old legs. I'm going to buy every pattern. Oh my gosh, have fun! Oh no, I'm sorry. Jinja, why are you... Hold on, that's not... oh, can I do the thing? Ah, no. Ah! Sorry. Nobody talk. There you go. Jinja, you can post the link. I think. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It was a lot of fun. And I always appreciate this quiet, chill time on Saturday where we goof around and talk about foods and paints and more foods and more paints. And yep, I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And Again, if you are not a member of the Discord server, you can join us. The link is in the description and in the chat, thanks to Jinja. And it's free, it's fun, there's a bunch of resources available, but you can also just, you know, share pet pictures and ask questions and all of that. Again, thank you, have a great weekend, take care. Oh, no, wait, take cake, sorry, take cake. And see ya all next time. Bye-bye.